Hello again, all life path number 9. This is your reading from now until the end of January 2020. And yes, I'm back. I had shoulder surgery. You can probably see the scar on my shoulder, which put me out for a good couple of months. It's still not 100%, but that's what happens. Anyway, I'm going to pop this down now. I've already done a video on the astrology and side of things for the new moons. There is actually a new moon tonight in the sign of Gemini. It's the 12th today of December. It also goes into the video that I did, goes into the eclipses that are coming up. The first one is on the 26th of December in the sign of Capricorn, and it's a solar eclipse. And then there's another one in January the 10th in the sign of Cancer, which is a lunar eclipse. And those two are playing out majorly for the next 6 months. It'll take 6 months for these eclipses to work through what's going to happen for everybody. In the video, I pulled 2 cards, one for Gemini and one for Cancer. The Gemini card was the Lover's card, and the Cancer card is the Death card, which are representative of those 2 signs. Death does not mean literal death. It's actually more with coins and stuff like that. So if you can imagine, Gemini is about relationships, and the Capricorn moon, it is a solar eclipse as well, is about finances, all that sort of type things. So they are quite major months, December, or what's left of it, and January. So, and most of the readings so far have picked up those 2 things in the readings for everybody. If it's not one thing, it's the other, or it's both. So anyway, enough about that one. It's only a short video, guys, and I'm only just getting back into the readings and stuff. So I've shuffled your cards, and my pendulum has picked what your cards are. So what we'll do is a horseshoe spread. You place them in a horseshoe, and there's a central card in the middle, which all the other cards pull off of. So I'm going to lay your cards out now. And with doing this one, I can pull clarifying cards. I've had a lot of jumping cards, and I've had a lot of cards when I've put your spreads out. There's a bottom card as well, and it always catches my eye at the moment, so I'm going to bring this out as an extra card as well. And it's New Beginnings with Archangel Jeremiah. New Beginnings, I don't think I even need to explain that one to you guys. This is the Judgment card, I think, in the normal tarot. Judgment? Yes, Judgment, I think. So there's New Beginnings coming up, but this card will play into your spread here, which I can see a couple of cards already that relate to this card, but we'll get into your main spread and bring this card into it. So you've got New Beginnings. I will read what it says at the bottom. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So those are the words at the bottom of the New Beginnings card, and it is a major arcana card. So we'll start with your middle card, which is the Queen of Ariel. It's that one there. And if you can see that card there, it's a very opulent scenery. And this is where the coins comes into it, okay? So that's your middle card. If you can see that there's a lot of gold in this card. So this means that, you know, your coin is on the rise. This is what you're working towards. I will read what it says at the bottom. Nurture yourself and those you love, the ability to make anything more beautiful, practical and wise advice. So we'll see how these other cards here play off of this middle card. So this is your kind of overall theme for this period of time. What you're working towards is a scenery like this with your coins. Once you get to the Queen, of course, you then go to the King. That's how tarot works. If you get a 2, you're working to the 3, then you're working to the 4, and so on and so on. But you guys with your coin are at a queen. So this is a very good card. We'll go to your past card, and it's the 8 of Gabriel. This is the 8 of Wands in the normal tarot. If you can see Archangel Gabriel there, she's got a lot of birds flying around. Gabriel is the wand suit. This means you're going to have an awful lot to do. It says a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. Those birds can be also communication. And for one special person that I know, birds are a very good sign for her. So I'm glad this card came up for her because she's a life path number 9. Not naming anybody, but she'll know who exactly she is. So I'm pretty happy about this card for her. This is, yes, having an awful lot to do. This is thinking that you've got everything sort of done that you need to, and you can relax a little bit. But this is telling you that you've got more coming in to do yet. You've got an awful lot to do. And there's going to be communication as well. Like it says, a great deal of activity. Okay, so there's your past card, which is also going to bring in to this new beginnings. I'm going to pull this card up, and your present card, which is the 7 of Michael. If you can see, I'm going to swap hands here. You can see in that picture, there's a person travelling down quite a dark road, and we have another road which Archangel Michael is pointing at. Telling him that there's a better course of action, sort of type thing. There's a better road coming up. I'm just going to put these cards down. And this is where this new beginning's coming. Means you're at a crossroads. You can quite comfortably, go down this dark road here. And this choice is up to you. But Archangel Michael is pointing you into this path here. And if you can see right up, you can just about see a house or something up in the distance here. But you can see right up that path. It's clear. There's no bumps on the road. You are better to take this alternative route. So this is where your new beginnings card comes up here as well. Sorry. So that's your present card. You're at a crossroads. Archangel Michael is pointing you to a better direction. You will know where that better direction is, especially with new beginnings. As it says, starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So that's your past, present, and your extra card here. Your future card is the Queen of Michael, and it says you know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than relationships. And that's where your middle card comes in too. It's time for your career to get this coin. A few of us have got, coins cards that we need to work on our business side of things or our careers, all this sort of type thing. This is definitely... Hang on a minute, my phone's just ringing. I'm just going to pause the video. Sorry guys, back again. This is where your middle card is pulling off of this for your future. 2 queens, they're both very, very opulent. This one here is all about career, and it's the Swords card, okay? So it means you need to cut straight to the chase and go after these coins, get your career sorted out, all these sorts of things, You don't have any sort of upskilling or anything like that to do. I think it's just a straight course into, getting your career established, or carrying on with the career that you're doing because you're going up maybe. This is where maybe news and messages are coming in about your career as well, because this is the wand suit. But definitely, like it says at the bottom of this card, you know exactly what to do, the benefit of experience, a time for your career rather than relationships right now. But I say right now because your best path to follow is the Knight of Cups. And you see where I'm going with these cards? One is about career and one is about relationships. You've got another one over here that goes quite nicely with this Knight of Raphael, which is a new beginning. So the relationship will come. You need to work for the future. This is your future card on your coin, on your career, and just forget about relationships just for a wee bit. Because the Knight of Raphael here says committed romantic relationships being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So there is romance per se in the mix, okay? This card is more about, I kind of feel more about having fun. It is committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So this being your best possible path to follow, all work and play make for a balanced life. You know, you've got to have the balance, you've got to have the yin and yang in life sort of type thing, so you're not being left out in either of what's going on in the skies at the moment. So this is going out and having fun, all this sort of type thing. This is the hard work that you've got to put in for the coin. So yeah, just remember that balance. And with all new beginnings can be quite tough. You've got to find your feet, all these sorts of things. Find new ways of doing things, of handling things, of situations. And especially when you're in a new beginning, you tend to give 110%. Leave 90 plus for some fun in life as well. Don't put it all into career. But yeah, you guys will have to balance that one out, okay? Your environment card here is what we're talking about with the death card with Capricorn. This is the world card and it's end of cycles. Now these are a lot of cycles. There's a world there. You're ending out a lot of cycles to get a new beginning, okay? You've got your new beginnings. You've got two new beginnings actually. I will bring this card up as well because it's the Ace of Raphael, okay? These ones here are talking about, you know, it can be even a complete lifestyle change. You might be moving towns, all sorts of things can be going on. With this one here, this is a new emotional situation. It reads, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. And that's why I say these two cards go together very nicely. The world card, endings of cycles, it could be a relationship, a long distance relationship, also with the world card. It can also be world travel or traveling sort of thing. But like I said, you're going to have to balance these cards out because these are quite major cards here. They're quite heavy hitting cards. So you do have another major arcana card and that's your final outcome card, but I'm still back into these cards. So with new beginnings, there's cycles ending out. You get the ace as in the Ace of Raphael, your new beginning. Somewhere along here, it said, about leaving the past in the past. Not that card. I can't find it at the moment. It doesn't matter anyway. I think it's this card actually. A forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So until you have done that forgiving and compassionate review of the past, as in with forgiving, everybody should know now you're not doing it for the other person or for the other situations that have happened to get you to this end of the cycle. You're doing it for yourself, okay? Write it down on paper and get a lighter or matches out, burn that piece of paper and send it out to the ethers. You're done and dusted with this cycle. You no longer need to go through this cycle at all. We are ending out with these eclipses and everything, a 10-year cycle. So it's a major sort of type thing that we're all going through in this card and a couple of other ones. Especially a lot of the 10s have been coming out in the readings. So again with this card, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. Write out a forgiveness list, okay? Get this over and done with, out of your life, so that you can move on to your new beginnings. And I'm going to pick up this other card at the same time, where you can have a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. Now this card here is in your hopes and fears, okay? So that's why I'm going over this card here, World card, saying that you need to forgive the past, put it behind you. You've had this experience for a reason. You came here to have these experiences on earth, and your soul needed to have that experience to go to that next level, I'm going to say, to get to that next level. That's why we're all doing what we're doing here on the planet. So that's your hopes and fears card. You get your final outcome card, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Once you've done that, the wheel is now turning in your favour. I'm going to pop that one down. This is with Archangel Jeremiah, and it says new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. Those are pretty two major cards. The wheel and new beginnings. One's a 10, one's a 20. So I'm just being told the 10-year cycle is ending, okay? What I just said about the 10-year cycle ending, that's your 10-year cycle ending. So I will pull some clarifying cards on it to see if we get any extra information. Pretty straightforward reading, guys. So we need one clarifying card on the Wheel of Fortune, please. There it is. And we get another Major Arcana card, the Strength card. Okay, you have the strength to get through this and to move into these new beginnings. You've had the strength. You're a number 9. You've had many past lives. You're in your 9th past life. You have built up that strength over many, many lifetimes. You can deal with what you have got to deal with, especially this card here, the 8 of Gabriel, with a lot to do. But there's, you couldn't get a better card to come out with these, because, ending out these cycles, all that sort of type thing, they're not easy to do, and it's not easy to get to this World card, okay? That's a 10-year cycle that you're ending out. With the Wheel of Fortune, sorry, I'm going back to the wrong card, with the Wheel of Fortune as well, that's some major work. 10 years is a long time. You're at the 10, guess what? That's an 11. What you're heading for now is the 12. Okay, so yeah, that's all pretty good. I'm going to pull one last card to finish your reading off with. We need one last card, please. What's our outcome? What can we expect in the year 2020? Apart from all these brilliant new beginnings. Oops, and we've got a jumper card. And we get another Major Arcana card, guys, and it's called Perspective. So for me, this card means your perspective, especially after what I've just read here, your whole perspective in life will change for the better. You've got romantic relationships, or relationships, this can be family as well, and you've got, the Queen saying that your coin and that is headed in the right direction. I mean, it's a pretty good card to have for, and if you actually have a look at it, it's number 12, so you're way past number 12. You're heading to 13 next, okay? You can't make this stuff up, guys. 10, 11, and 12. You guys are flying ahead. You're flying ahead. That's all I can say, You really can't make this stuff up, I'm so pleased I did this video today. It's just, yeah. World's your oyster, guys. Get out there and get going. You've got new beginnings, 20, 21, all these Major Arcana cards are lining up for you. So, you know, pat yourselves on the back, take yourselves, you know, don't take yourselves too seriously, but yeah, this is absolutely brilliant. I'm so happy for you guys. 10, 11, 12, 20, 21. What more can I say? I'm going to leave it there, guys. It's just amazing. Anyway, on that note, I will see you on the flip side in January, because I'm going to do a few more videos for the life path readings because I've been out so long. Yeah, I'm going to still continue with, because these eclipses and that are going to continue, I'm going to continue with the numerology and all that sort of type thing, and do some extra readings for January, okay? And then I'll do the February ones sort of thing. So amazing reading, guys. I will see you on the flip side. A Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year, and may many blessings come your way, and I think they're going to anyway. So okay, guys, I'll catch you soon.